What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Welcome into your daily sports betting show of record. We like to call it the Early Edge. I, of course, am the coach, and we are powered by the almighty SportsLine. If you're not a member yet, come on, join us. Use that promo code EDGE. Now, coming off a solid day on Monday, 3-2 in our straight picks, but we hit the gym, and that was nice. Ole Miss, never a sweat. We love it that way. Dodgers, never a sweat. We love it that way. Astros, never a sweat. We love it that way. So, since we hit the gym, you know what that means. We've got a winner in our Perfect Parlay contest, and if you want to participate, all you got to do is leave a best bet in our comment section. If you're watching this right now, you're there. And then if one of our cappers goes at least 2-0 or we hit the gym, we give away a year-long sub to SportsLine. So today, our winner is at Mini Ditka. At Mini Ditka. The jeweler will reach out to you on social media and give you all the details, but you are now a member of the family. And if any of you are wondering how good the simulations are at SportsLine when we simulate the game 10,000 times, look at this last night. Look at this last night. It had the final score of Ole Miss Louisville, 42-27. How about that? 1 point off. 3 points off. That's how good these simulations are. You got to be a member. Okay, now let's bring in the stars of the show. And you know I love seeing the faces. It's Tuesday. My man is back. M Squared. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Yeah, fired up. Got a big win with Louisville last night. I admittedly played a little more than my normal unit size on that one last night. Really loved it. You mentioned 1 point off there. That 1 point came from that missed extra point in the first quarter on that first touchdown. Otherwise, it would have been dead on there. But it's week 1 of the NFL season. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm going to have a little tease for that in a second after I get rid of these two gentlemen. Jay Smooth, good morning. Last night, the Dodgers, bats hot right from the jump.
Yeah, can't say the same for the Mets, but, we're still going to be out here grinding every day, trying to get those wins in. But, what can you do with a blown save on the road?
I am begging one bullpen in the East to hold a lead. Just one time. Just give me one time. AB, I know you are fired up for week 1 of the NFL. What's up?
Fired up, Coach. Can't wait. And can Ole Miss wear those uniforms every single week? How beautiful were those last night? They were fantastic.
Lane Kiffin has this school team offense right back to a top 10. I mean, they're going to be fun to watch. Bottom line, they are going to be fun to watch. Now, Mikey mentioned week 1 of the NFL, and we've been teasing it for months, but we have an incredible schedule that we're getting ready to roll out, and it all starts today. That's right. I've got 3 of the greatest minds at SportsLine. NFL Week 1 preview. Of course, I will be hosting 5 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. Look at the schedule we have up on the screen right now. Every single day there is something except for Saturday. That's it. We will have a live stream, and we're calling the show, what a shock, Early Edge Live. So join us this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern time, as we get set for week 1 of the NFL. I cannot wait for that. Okay, storylines that could affect the betting lines, and I mentioned the Dodgers. And today, Mikey, you've got something on that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the weather a lot today, as there's a few spots around Major League Baseball that have very friendly hitting conditions, one of those being the St. Louis Cardinals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Haven't bet this game yet because there is no starting pitching information for the Dodgers, and as you know, I list pitchers on every bet that I make. However, really low air density index here at 59, wind blowing out at double digits, that humidity hovering around 55, 56%, and really maintaining strongly throughout the game, both on the humidity and the wind front. This one's looking like an overplay as long as it comes in at 9.5 range. Should be an overplay depending on who they run out there at the starting pitcher.
I love it. Boy, I love the possibility of what that could be. Now, AB is chomping at the bit, and nobody digs deeper than my man. What do you got, AB?
Yeah, Coach, you know that totals to me are like the spread offense to Urban Meyer. We trust in them. We believe in them. But look, it's time to fade them this week in the NFL in week 1, because if you take a look at this graphic here and you look at the numbers, the sports books are so incredibly sharp on the totals this week. Just take last season, week 1, 2020, the average score in week 1 across all games was 47.37. The average total this week in the NFL is 47.65. And you could go back years and years and years and look, it's never this tight. So what I'm saying is be careful out there. I can see where we would have, half and half overs and unders. Spreads are going to be your friend this week.
All right. You know what happened a couple of weeks ago when AB told you what to look for in the NFL? It happened just like he said it was going to happen in the NFL preseason. Be careful. Just week one. We're not telling you can't play totals. Just be careful this week. That's it. That's it. All right, let's get into our board for the day. And a reminder, if you're not a member of SportsLine, use that promo code EDGE. All the simulations, all my cappers, everything 30 days for free. Then after that, you'll be rolling with us. I can promise you that. Okay, we're going to start with a play from the U.S. Open. Very, very dear to M Squared's heart today. This play, however, is from Gavin Mayer, not from M Squared. We're going to go Elina Svitolina to win in straight sets. That brings the number down to -118 that we can play it. So again, to win in straight sets, she's got to win 2 love. Svitolina is our first play. And if there are fights happening, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The night of the week, our guy Ian Parker is on it tonight. Contender Series, UFC. Ian, what do you got?
Dana White Contender Series Week 2. We got a lot of action here, Coach. We're going to start off with Oliveira over All Day, taking this fight on short notice against a very dangerous submission grappler in Oliveira. Oliveira's striking is also very solid, come a long way since the start of his young career. I believe he gets this fight to the floor where he dominates. As long as that number stays under -195, we're going to stick with Oliveira on this one. In the next fight, another straight pick, Mario Souza over Chidi. Chidi, he's at 32 years old, experienced Bellator fighter. He's been around for a while. However, Souza has been on the Contender Series before, got the win, but didn't get the contract. He's back. I believe his output and his volume with his strikes should get it done at -115. We're going with Marion Souza, and we're going to finish out the night with a 3-leg Parker parlay. Gafarov, this is a showcase fight for him. He should absolutely have no trouble getting this one done. All right, Bruno Correa against Vergara. Listen, Vergara is a very well-rounded fighter, but Correa's got the power in his hands. He's got the speed, and I believe he's the better striker, and that fight will stay on the feet. Bruno Correa is number 2. Last but not least, the main event. We're going to go with Josh Kinlan over Urban. Urban's also taking this fight on short notice, and I believe Kinlan is just the better striker here. This fight also will stay on the feet. Urban will throw some nice shots, but look for Kinlan to weather the storm and then bring his own storm and get the finish. And that's going to wrap up our parlay and the picks for this week with the Contender Series.
You're damn right. I love me a little Parker's parlay on a Tuesday night. It just feels right. It just feels right. You know what else feels right? When M Squared is back on a Tuesday, because I can bring this back out. It's my favorite thing to do. He's always first on the show. All right, time for our board. M Squared. Oh, you know the drill, son. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, let's talk about that low air density, friendly hitting conditions again. It's going to be Minnesota and Cleveland. If you followed along at this point in the season, you've been educated enough to know that we were probably going to be on the over here. Air density index at 58, 86 degrees, which is unusually warm at this time. It should be down on like 78, 79 degrees. It's just enough to tip the scale. And then we've got the wind blowing out at 15. So when we talk about this, I know we talk about low air density, and when you hear me talk about high humidity, and that might be a little counterintuitive to some, but the reason that the high humidity is good is because the high humidity is going to add a water molecule to the air, going to replace the nitrogen and the oxygen, which are heavier. That is why the ball is going to fly through the air further here. So in my calculations here, I might be taking a little too far for some of you, but to show you what kind of impact it can have, we're projecting a 19-foot increase on a batted ball just related to the quality of the air. And then tack on this ridiculous 17-mile-per-hour wind blowing out. That accounts for another 29 feet, adding around 48 feet to a fly ball in this ballpark tonight. So you're going to see a lot of routine fly balls going to be closer to the wall. You're going to see those deep flyouts. They're going to leave the ballpark tonight. I love the over here. I played it at 10 minus 105. You can still find it 9.5 if you want to lay minus 120 or more in the market. I prefer to not lay the juice as you're not adding a loss condition to it. Either way, take the over here tonight in this one.
What the hell was that? I have no idea what I just listened to. I feel like I'm in Billy Madison right now.
Science class.
Educate, entertain, educate. It's never too much, Mikey. It's never too much. Nobody's complaining when they're standing at the pay window. I can promise you that. Now, Jay Smooth, I dare you to follow that.
Yeah, good luck, right? But look, I've been learning from Mike for a while. I'm also going to target some hitting conditions today. The first game I'm going to go with is I'm going to take the Red Sox and the Rays to go over their total of 9.5. I think this one's a little bit too low. The games at Fenway between these two teams have been coming closer to 14 runs per outing. I mean, a couple of these games are, weighed down by the Red Sox scoring 20 in one of them, but there's reason to think that this happens again. Yesterday's game had over 20 runs as well. So I'm going to go right back to that. I'm going to take this game to go over 9.5. I know Eduardo Rodriguez is a little bit worse at home. And then Rasmussen for the Rays, he could be up against it today. This is another one of those games where, that air density, the wind blowing out, we just have good quality hitting environments all across baseball today. So I'm going to go with the Red Sox and the Rays to get over the total there. And then I'm going to target another one. I mean, the winds at Wrigley Field are going to be blowing today. They're not going to be perfectly straight out to center, but it's not going to hurt the ball carrying out. So I'm actually going to target the Reds. I'm going to take their team total over 5.5. I'm feeling like they're going to bounce back after yesterday. They're facing a righty and they crush righties. So yeah, let's take them to go over 5.5 and get some runs on the board.
One of my new favorite bets is the team total. For some reason this year, I've kind of expanded with this show, and I love team totals because it doesn't matter what the other team does. Let's just score some runs. All right, we've arrived at the time. There's no bigger pressure in the world than trying to fill the Maestro's shoes. But he's taking care of business today. So our man AB must take care of his business. AB, the floor is yours.
Coach, yeah, usually I'm, nervous about filling the Maestro's shoes. Mike McClure just dropped the periodic table on us, man. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? But I'm going to say this. Look, we have one pick today. It's the Baltimore Ravens -4.5 at the Raiders. And look, I understand that there is some data out there about home underdogs, especially in week one, especially in primetime. But don't worry about any of that, and I'm going to tell you why. The Ravens have outscored their opponents 144-19 in their last three season openers. They've won the last three season openers by 30 points each. Lamar Jackson is 13-4-1 against the spread in his career on the road. And the biggest part is this. The Ravens have had the number one rushing offense in the NFL the last two seasons. The Raiders, bottom 10 rush defense in the NFL. This one isn't even going to be close. Take the Ravens.
I cannot wait to place this bet on the Ravens, and here's why. Oh, man, I love when you say that. I love when you say, and here's why. By the way, did I mention we have a brand new Early Edge live show on Tuesdays, which is today, at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is today. And we get you ready for week one of the NFL. And guess what else we're giving away during that show today? What's this? Brand new, still in the package, Madden 22 with your boy in the game. I will autograph it. And we're going to give away 2, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. I'm not going to tell you how we're doing it yet. You got to tune in to win. And let's go. Now, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. And as always, from the jeweler, it is glorious. M squared, 1 play today. Twins, Indians, over 10. The air density, you know where it is. J Smooth, 2 plays. Red Sox Rays over 9.5. They went over 20 yesterday. That was an easy cash. Reds, team total, over 5.5. Then AB on 1 play. Now, in the NFL and college football, when we give you the play, just like K-State a week ago, you play it today. You don't wait till Sunday and go, Coach, where's the 4.5? My guys move the market. It's just what happens. Then, my man Ian Parker, he's got some Contender series. UFC almost tonight. Oliveira, Sosa, then a little Parker's parlay at +160. Play those 3 names. Gafarov, Correa, and Quinlan. Man, I don't know if it's tennis or UFC has the harder names. Then just 1 play from SportsLine. We're going to go Svitolina to win in straight sets, -118 at the U.S. Open. Then the gym, which cashed yesterday, +375. Oliveira, Contender Series, Svitolina in tennis. Then we'll go Astros and Braves on the money line. Every day feels so full, and this is what we wanted it to feel. Don't forget, join us today, 5 p.m. Eastern time, live with my guys as we preview week 1 of the NFL. I guess there's only one thing left to do. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Link in my bio. We call this For M Squared, for J Smooth, for AB, for the jeweler, I am the coach. My team is ready. We're locked and loaded. As I said, we call this the early edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things early edge.